4, Ruth Maguire.
To ask the First Minister, in light of reports of the rising rate of poverty for families with a baby under 1 and evidence from Save the Children that increasing Best Start grant and Best Start food payments could significantly reduce the child poverty rate for this priority group, whether the Scottish Government will consider increasing these payments.
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, ending child poverty is the top priority of my government, and we look constantly for the measures that we can take to advance on that agenda. The delivery of our 5 family payments is making a real difference to families, worth around £25,000 by the time a child turns 16, compared to less than £2,000 in England and Wales. This is another example of why the Joseph Rowntree Foundation projects that Scotland will be the only part of the United Kingdom with falling child poverty levels next year. We are also taking forward other measures, such as the lifting of the 2-child limit, which, of course, if that action was taken by the United Kingdom Government, which it should be, that would free up to £150 million in Scotland, which could be spent on additional child poverty measures here in our own country.
Ruth Maguire.
Thank the First Minister for that answer. I know how committed the First Minister is to eliminating child poverty, and the work the Scottish Government has done to date has made a difference. There are lots of things that give babies and their parents a good start: love, information and support, play opportunities. But there's really strong evidence that where parents experience the psychological, emotional and material impact of poverty in their baby's first year, that it can have a deep and lasting impact on a baby's development. Does the First Minister recognise how much income matters to a baby's development, that spending on our youngest citizens is a crucial investment, and preventing the harms of poverty taking root in the first year of a child's life is transformational, not just for the individual baby and families, but on our society as a whole?
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, I unreservedly accept the point that Ruth Maguire puts to me, and I have to say, if I may say so, it's a joy to have her here putting pressure on me after her return to Parliament. So I simply encourage Ruth Maguire to continue championing these issues and putting pressure on the Government to do more, and I very much welcome her contribution to that. I accept the points that are made about the importance of that first year in a child's life. The Government is actively exploring what more we can do. In my earlier answer, I said we're constantly looking to identify additional interventions we can make. Obviously, I have to be mindful of the resources that are available, but the plea that is made by Ruth Maguire is heard loud and clear here in the Government bench, and I will do everything I can to make sure that the ambitions of the Government to eradicate child poverty and to make that difference in the first year of a child's life is something that will be central to our thinking in the period to come.